Well, guys, when I was a kid at the age of 3 years old, back in 1998, man, my eyes were just open to the world of video games. My young 3-year-old imagination saw this cartridge of Super Mario 64. Yeah, guys, this very cartridge I'm holding in my hand. And I was just blown away to the world of video games. This is an amazing 3D video game. So many awesome open worlds. One of the best games to start off with my first video game. And man, at the age of 3 years old, I spent so many hours playing this game. And my imaginative mind was glued to the world of video games. It was truly magical. Well, I'm not going to get all cheesy on you. But yeah, Super Mario 64 was the first video game that introduced me to video games. And this is my most favorite video game. #1, baby. My #1 favorite. I've spent so many hours on this game, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Wow, guys! I'm reviewing Super Mario 64 for Mr. Wii Reviews episode 65B. This was the first video game to pave the way for 3D platforming video games. Of course, there are games like Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation that came out before this game that tried to emulate 3D platforming. But man, Super Mario 64 was the first game that executed, man, picture perfectly. This is one of my favorite video games. See? I got my Super Mario 64 cartridge right here. You got awesome courses, 15 courses, 120 power stars, awesome 3D gameplay, awesome platforming, so many unforgettable levels, so many colorful worlds like Lethal Lava Land, and Cool Mountain, and Dire Docks, and Bob-omb Battlefield, colorful and imaginative worlds. I've spent so many countless hours on this video game. And that godforsaken Pikachu, who makes my life a living hell, will not interrupt my video game review. I friggin' hate that doll. That stupid Professor Pikachu. He's a pain in my hiney, see? Aw, yeah, guys, it's right here. My Super Mario 64 cartridge. Aw, man, guys, yeah, Super Mario 64 is my #1 favorite video game. Numero uno. Yeah.
Mr. Wii! Super Mario 64 is friggin' stupid. Friggin' stupid. That's one of the stupidest video games I've ever seen.
Look at Professor Pikachu! Super Mario 64 is not friggin' stupid! Do not insult my favorite video game, you know, Professor Pikachu! You're a pain in my hiney! Ugh, you look at Pikachu! You make my life a living hell! Ugh, you look at Pikachu! Ugh, I do not like you! You're a pain in the neck! Super Mario 64 cartridge destroyed! It's Professor Pikachu! Yeah, you fucking Pikachu! My Super Mario 64 cartridge is beating the crap out of you right now because you fucking suck! Ugh, fucking Pikachu! You're a loser! And Super Mario 64 here is a winner! Yeah! Aw, yeah, guys, this is my most favorite video game. Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64, wahoo!
It's me, Mario! Hello!
So long, King Bowser! I'm spinning that Bowser around in the world. So long, King Bowser! Super Mario 64 for Nintendo 64. This video game came out back in 1996, and this was a launch title for Nintendo 64. Man, they were trying to come out with a new 3D video game system, and what better way for Nintendo to debut their star-struck game, Super Mario 64. Man, the Nintendo 64 ended up becoming one of the most successful video game systems of all time. You had games like Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Pokemon Stadium, Kirby 64, Donkey Kong 64, and many other awesome video game classics. Man, Super Mario 64 was an awesome video game. You had amazing 3D platforming in this video game. There were so many fun and engaging levels. How you got the stars in this level were so much fun too. There were 120 power stars. And what I liked about Super Mario 64 as well is that you could go for different power stars in this video game, which gave you exploration and different options. If you want to go to course 4, go right ahead. If you want to go to course 5 and course 6 and try out different levels, that's cool too. Games like Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3 had linear gameplay, but Super Mario 64 offers so many different ways on getting different power stars, which expands your options, and it was truly innovative back in those days. Man, I spent so many countless hours playing this video game, and one of the best replayed video games of all time. The replay value of this video game is literally at its maximum. I can replay this video game so much. Man, you got so many cool levels, so many cool open worlds, so many cool boss battles. You got King Bomb, Dwomp, and Bowser, and many other awesome boss battles. This video game has aged well. The only thing I can say is that the graphics have shown its age, but besides that, this game has aged incredibly well. So, for Mr. Wii Reviews, episode 65B, we're gonna review my #1 favorite video game. Man, I love this video game, guys! Super Mario 64, whoa! Let's get this video game review started, shall we? In the early 1990s, Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto conceived of a 3D Mario design while making Star Fox for the Super Nintendo in the early stages of the 1990s. Star Fox used the Super FX graphics chip, which had more processing power. Miyamoto considered using this chip to develop a game called Super Mario FX. Unfortunately, Super Mario FX never saw the light of day. Production of Super Mario 64 began on September 7th, 1994 and ended on May 20th, 1996. Most of the time, 15 to 20 developers ended up developing this video game. Super Mario 64 is one of the first games Nintendo used its illustrations internally instead of outsourcing. The game used the Silicon icon graphics toolkit. Super Mario 64 was first shown as a playable prototype in November 1995 at Nintendo Space World. This version of the video game was only 50% complete, and about 2% of texture mapping was finished. Super Mario 64 was released in Japan on June 23, 1996, as one of 3 games launched alongside Pilotwings 64. The game was then released in North America on September 29, 1996. During its first 3 months, the game sold more than 2 million copies. The game had a $20 million marketing budget and ended up grossing $140 million. It was one of the best-selling video games of 1996. The game got excellent reviewing scores. IGN gave this video game a 9.8 out of 10 score, and GameSpot gave this video game a 9.4 out of 10 score. Me personally, I agree with those scores. This game is one of my favorite video games, and I am proud that this game is praised positively as one of the best video games ever made in my opinion. Definitely an all-time classic. Wow, guys, Super Mario 64 is one of my most favorite video games. This is one of the coolest cartridges ever, in my honest and humble opinion. Man, I could game on all day with this awesome video game. They say it's Super Mario 64, woo! Yeah, and that no good Pikachu is not gonna annoy me this time. Yeah, baby! Amazing, woo! Baby!
Mr. Wii! Super Mario 64 is freaking stupid.
You no good Professor Pikachu! You're a pain in my hidey! Stupid Professor Pikachu! You make my life a living hell! Super Mario 64 cartridge, annihilate this bug! My cartridge is beating the crap out of you because you suck! Fucking suck, you no good Pikachu! You make my life a living hell! Oh yeah, this is my childhood, and that no good Pikachu is a no good scout. Aw yeah, look at it, 64-bit amazement. This is truly an awesome video game. Aw yeah guys, Super Mario 64 is my childhood video game. I spent so much time on this Nintendo 64 classic. I remember when I was 5 years old on the couch, that's how I would play this video game. Man, so many awesome and colorful levels. This is truly an awesome video game. I spent my childhood years playing this video game. Super Mario 64 actually has a really unique story, guys. So Princess Peach invites over Mario to have some cake. You know, have a good old time and hang out and relax and party and have some cake. Whatever those good old Italian plumbers and princesses do. But unfortunately, something horrible happens. King Koopa, or Bowser, invades the castle and steals all of the Power Stars, and imprisons Princess Peach and takes all the Power Stars. So Mario goes to the castle. Bowser says no one's home, so Bowser and his troops have kidnapped Princess Peach and went inside the painting walls to take all the Power Stars. So Mario, like his cool plumber self, Mario must go through all the paintings and recover the Power Stars. and then once he has enough power stars, he can fight Bowser and defeat Bowser. Once Mario has enough power stars, he'll challenge that dastardly Bowser to the final bout and save the princess and restore the power stars to the castle. Super Mario 64 has a really simple story, but compared to other Mario games out there, definitely more elaborate. I have to say that the story in this game is really cool. Not really of a deep story, but anyhow, the story is still really cool, very simple, and a good way to engage the player in this video game. All in all, the story of Super Mario 64 is really cool, and I ain't talking about Cool Mountain. So long, King Bowser! After the Bowser, out to the road! So long, King Bowser!
I just have to say, guys, that the gameplay of Super Mario 64 is really good. The whole game is centered around finding power stars. The more you collect, the more levels you unlock. You fight Bowser, and you get keys to go to many different parts of the castle. Once you go inside the painting, that is when the game gets fun. There are so many fun and imaginative and creative worlds in this video game. You have Bob-omb Battlefield, Jolly Roger Bay, Cool Mountain, Boo's Haunted Mansion, and so many more fun levels in this video game. There are 6 stars plus a 100 coin star mission in each of the levels. Also, finding those 100 coin stars, I feel, is really time consuming. That was one gripe I have of the game. Like I stated earlier in this video game review, you can find many different power stars and go to different courses to your liking, which increases the incentive about the exploration in this video game. There are so many really fun bosses too. King Bob-omb, you literally grab him by his back and throw him. Big Thwomp, you jump and ground pound on his back, and then Bowser, you literally swing him by his tail and spin him around, which is iconic in this video game too. Man, when I was a kid, I literally fought so many of these bosses, and I just had a fun time fighting these bosses. Really made things more fun every time I played this video game. This game has 15 courses, and man, I have to say, guys, that some of them are the most imaginative courses around. Jolly Roger Bay has some of the best music in all video games, and it is a fun water level. Cool Mountain is a fun and imaginative snow world, and it's a fun snow level in my opinion. And Shifting Sandland is a really fun desert level as well. This game's charm and creativity and lush and imaginative open worlds makes it one of the best looking video games around. The core controls are simple too. Mario jumps with the A button, he can triple jump, and he can ground pound and punch enemies, and run efficiently. Mario's moveset is very versatile, making for some creative gameplay. All in all, Super Mario 64, all of these years later, it has incredible replay value. So many fun bosses and levels and areas and worlds makes for a fun and diverse gameplay experience every time you play this game. You can beat this game with 70 power stars, but if you actually 100% the game with 120 power stars, you can go upside the castle with a friggin' cannon and meet Yoshi and get 100 lives and a triple jump. I always thought that was cool. All in all these years later, Super Mario 64 has aged well, although maybe the graphics not so much. Nah, I'm just playing. So many colorful worlds. And this is one of the most fun video games of all time in my opinion. This game has definitely stood the test of time all these years later. What are my final thoughts about Super Mario 64, guys? Man, when I was a kid, I played so much Super Mario 64. I've played this game hundreds, if not thousands of times, and There's a reason why this is my #1 favorite video game. I can literally pick up and plug a Nintendo 64 controller in, and I'd say every single time I play this game, I'm always hooked and engaged. It's the little things, whether I'm getting 1 power star, or doing a certain level in the game, or playing a certain course. Of all the video games I've played, this game has one of the best replay values out there, honestly. If you're talking about games that have incredible replay value, this ranks really high up there. And there are a lot of Nintendo 64 games that have really good replay value too. Super Mario 64 deserves every recognition it got back in those days and nowadays. You got so many amazing courses in this video game, so many amazing boss battles, the 3D visuals, and the colorful worlds like fire and Lethal Lava Land and sand, like Shifting Sandland. And Jolly Roger Bay just looks so cool. And all in all these years later, this game will still be a gem. I've had so much fun playing this game, and this game has meant so much to my childhood. And I think it's really simple, guys. I really believe this score easily deserves a 10 out of 10, no questions asked. One of the most fun, engaging, and enjoyable 3D platforming video games out there. And it's great that this game represents the Mario series in the best way possible. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching Mr. Reviews episode 65B, the re-review. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video game review. Thanks for watching this latest edition of Mr. Reviews. And it was cool that I reviewed one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games of all time, Super Mario 64 for Nintendo 64. Adios guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video game review.
Thank you so much for playing my game.